I wrote an article about perfection, and then I waited for 2 months to start journaling my life, and a little more to start this channel, to pick up this mic, and this is my shitty first draft. Hi, I'm Muskan, and welcome to the Strawberry Moon. I am a software engineer 9 to 5, and when I log out, I am a deep thinker and a full time Substack reader and a part time Substack writer. Yeah, look at me, boldly claiming myself to be a Substack writer after just 3 articles to my name. But yeah, it is what it is. I've always had a lot going in my mind, and I wanted a record of it, not just for you, but for myself as well. So, this channel is an outlet to my imagination, to my creativity, and a running memoir of my life. Kind of a life journal with a camera. Now, I want to tell you about the channel name, where it comes from. So, it comes from a book called Braiding Sweetgrass. I have it with me right here. This book, written by Robin Wall Kimmerer. She's a botanist and a beautiful writer. She talks about indigenous people in her book, wherein those people they used to name their full moons after what was happening on the earth at that time, not around any god or planet, but about the rhythm of the earth at that time. The strawberry moon literally means the moon that rises when the strawberries are ripe. So simple yet so beautiful. I really like this idea, and I want my channel to be exactly like that. To talk about what is happening in current season of my life. I didn't plan this channel, not really. So last July 2025, I bought this microphone. I didn't have a plan for channel, nothing, but something in me said, maybe not now, but soon. As if buying the mic was sort of a creative progress. And then I kept living. The rest of the year, 2025, was full of books, notes, quotes which I couldn't stop writing, notes getting piling up, things I was collecting without knowing I was collecting them. This January, I started Substack, and the very first article I wrote about was perfectionism and how it has stopped me from pursuing things I deeply cared about or deeply wanted. And somewhere in that article, I quoted Anne Lamott. Let me read that out for you. She talks about perfectionism in a very beautiful paragraph here. So she says, perfectionism is the voice of the oppressor. It will keep you cramped and insane your whole life. And it is the main obstacle between you and a shitty first draft. In February, I started journaling. I have never journaled in my whole life before this. Thanks to my sister who just gifted me this beautiful diary which I used for journaling recently. And she also inspired me to journal. But somehow, writing on Substack, journaling, all of it was great, but it didn't seem complete. Now it's May 2026, and this mic has been sitting on my desk for way too long, and the season has come. There's this Substack article I read recently about shadow artists. I'll put the link in the description as well. So, in this, the author talks about people who have always had creative dreams but keep themselves just at the edge. You want to write, so you work in publishing. You want to make things, but you just watch other people making things. You are close, but never quite there. I think this is a very sophisticated way of saying deeply attached to the idea of creating, but mildly terrified of actually creating. It also talks about the audacity to create and have belief in yourself. So, in summary, the article talks about how artists don't succeed just by their skills or talents. It is the audacity which leads them to create something. So, the idea is you have to believe in yourself before you have something which you have created. So it's kind of a loop. People wait for something in order to believe in themselves and then create, but rather the belief is actually in the process of creating. Unless you start, you're never gonna believe in yourself. I think I've been a shadow artist for a long time, and I've been writing deeply, reading deeply, taking a lot of notes, a lot of pile of quotes and everything, but nothing to put it all in. So this mic, the Substack, the journal, everything is pointing in one direction. This channel, the Strawberry Moon. So what is Strawberry Moon? Deep research, long form essays, ideas flowing into my mind, something mild or abstract or deep, whatever it is, but something which cannot be placed or fit into a thread or a caption. I'm not waiting for better lighting or better plan. This is my shitty first draft. If you're here till now, thank you. And if you have been sitting on an idea, a journal, a conversation for a while, you don't have to be ready. You just have to begin. This mic has waited on the table for way too long. Maybe you also have one on yours. And really, it doesn't have to wait. My Substack is called The Ordinary Moon, and the link is in the description. Okay, bye. See you in the next. An avid